The Maine Seacoast Mission does much to improve life in coastal Maine, but it is far from alone in this work. Every year since 2004, the mission has given its Sunbeam Award to outstanding members of our community whose energy and efforts have made our region a better place to live. Education and youth development have been part of the Maine Seacoast Mission since its founding in 1905, so it gives the mission particular pleasure to recognize Todd West, principal of Deer Isle Stonington High School. Todd has accomplished great things in his school since arriving in 2006. Among those achievements, the school's graduation rate, which has gone from the state worst 57% to over 90%.
I think one of the things that makes Todd's accomplishments down there in Deer Isle and Stonington so remarkable is that traditionally there is this, folks generally are averse to change, and the further down east you go, probably the stronger that is. And to have someone come in and say, we're going to do things differently, we're going to make some changes, usually gets a community a little bit suspicious or a little bit standoffish. And to have gotten the not only the kids, but parents and the community to buy into the different changes and programs there, and to have had such a great accomplishment to raise the graduation rate by 25% in just a few short years, 5 or 6 years, is really remarkable. And when there are other things distracting kids down there, you know, hopping on a lobster boat as a sternman or taking your own boat out to sea is an awfully profitable thing even for a 17 or 18-year-old. And it's a temptation to not stay in high school to finish because it's there for the taking. And so to keep the kids in school, interested and invested in school, through that period of time is something that Todd's done a great job of, and that's what I think really makes it a remarkable success.
Well, Todd's achievements in Deer Isle Stonington as a high school principal are out of this world, just absolutely tremendous. Shows his dedication to the community, and by educating the youth of Deer Isle and Stonington, again, making education relevant to a high schooler. No matter what they do afterward, whether it's going on to be a college professor, to be a writer, or to fish in the lobster industry, education is relevant for excellence there.
Todd West is a consummate school administrator, in my opinion. I currently am working with Todd and with the Penobscot East Resource Center in their joint efforts for the Eastern Maine Skippers program. It's a bold step, one that many school administrators would just as soon not take, but Todd, recognizing that it has great potential for a segment of the school population that might not be so inclined to sit in a classroom simply for academics, but would rather be out on the water.
When Todd West took over the Deer Isle Stonington High School, the school had been through some trying times. Morale was not what it should be, and the confidence of the community was not what it should be. And since Todd's been in the position, all those things have gone up. Confidence, the staff morale, and the graduation rate, the achievement of students. I was lucky enough to be on the school committee when we hired Todd, and you know, goes down as probably one of the best decisions we made. You know, the sentiment was that, well, you don't need an education to go fishing. And I think Todd has developed a program along with a lot of other people, but he's been the driving force behind developing a program that makes education relevant to students who see their future career in fishing.
Our graduation rate was deplorable, and Todd West, through his visionary leadership and several steps that he took, has turned this thing around until now our graduation rate is in the 90 percentiles. He understands, first of all, the culture of this island. He is part of this island. He has assimilated himself. He has become one of us, and he understands that this is a fishing community where marine trades and preparing people for the workforce on this island. He designed the Young Skippers program. He designed the Marine Pathways program as an alternative plan to get people graduated through high school, and they're actually able to work with other organizations.
Mr. West, he got me to stand up on stage with a bunch of people in front of a big crowd, and I'm not a very social person, so I explained what I had to do for a green crab project, and he's just a great principal overall.
Mr. West is a go-to guy. He's great to be around. He's fun. He can take a joke seriously. He helped me keep my grades up. He introduced me to the Marine Pathways and the Skippers program. He's, if you got personal issues, he's the guy to go to. Anything at all, problems with a student, anything.
Mr. West had helped me out with my schedules and made it so I actually like going to school, and makes it so the Skippers program, the Marine, it's a very good class. I like it, and it's a good thing that you got that into the school because I like it and I love fishing.
One of the things that Todd has done is helped the people who want to go into the fishing industry, the young people, both boys and girls. And this is part of the Pathways program, the education that's going on. The Eastern Maine Skippers program is all part of making the fishing profession a very viable alternative for our young people to go into. He also convinced young people that they can go to college and basically do anything they want to do in this entire world. So I think he's raised their aspirations tremendously, and as much as we want them to go out into the world to be successful, we hope that many of them, after their education, will come back and do great things on the island.
On behalf of the Department of Education and educators all over Maine, especially those in small towns and those along the coast, I want to congratulate you, Todd, on being the recipient of this year's Sunbeam Award.
The recipient of the 2015 Sunbeam Award is Todd West, Principal, Stonington Deer Isle High School.